Hello students, in our today's taxation lecture, we are going to start with our partly or fully exempted allowances. Partly and fully exempted allowances are those in which the conditions are given. Up to that certain condition, some of the allowances are exempted from the tax and rest of this we have to pay on a tax. In the yesterday lecture, we have covered till the other cash allowances. Now we will carry forward with the partly or fully exempted allowances. So first is house rent allowances. First we have to understand what is the house rent allowances. If the employee are living in the rental house and they are paying the rent for that house, so many times company give the house rent allowances. Short form is HRA, house rent allowances. So the employer pay the some kind of allowances for the payment of the rent. So it is a taxable up to certain conditions. So which are these conditions? Let's see. So let's start with house rent allowances. There are basically three conditions were there. First, actual HRA received. Second, the actual rent paid minus 10% of salary. Then third point is 40% of salary or 50% of salary in case of Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi and Chennai. Whichever is less out of three conditions, whichever is less, it should be taxable. How we will find the taxable amount? Taxable HRA is equals to total HRA received minus exempted amount. Which is exempted amount? Least out of three of them it is exempted amount. We will deduct from the actual HRA received minus least of them. First we have to understand three basic points. First, actual HRA received means the HRA paid by the employer to the employee, that is actual HRA received. Then second point is actual rent paid. What do you mean by the actual rent paid? The rent payable by the employee to the any other parties like a rental company, right? So actual rent paid minus 10% of salary. Here what do you mean by the salary? So carefully understand this. Salary includes basic salary plus dearness allowances only and only for retirement benefit or a PF. You can only add a DA because for the retirement benefit or for PF, then commission only when fixed percentage on sales. So यहाँ पे सैलरी का मतलब क्या है? बेसिक सैलरी इंक्लूड करेंगे, डियरनेस अलाउंसेस इंक्लूड करेंगे, वही जो रिटायरमेंट बेनिफिट के लिए होगा, और कमीशन ऐड करेंगे, वही कमीशन जो फिक्स परसेंटेज ऑफ सेल्स पे किया गया है। यानी कि आपको ऐसा दिया गया है 5% ऑन सेल्स कमीशन इज पेएबल, सो हियर इन द कमीशन वी विल ऐड. If it is given dearness 1500 per month for retirement benefit, then and only then we will add dearness allowances over here. Understood? So on the basis of the salary we will find the total salary, then we take the 10% of the salary and we will deduct from the actual rent paid. Whatever answer is this is the answer of the point number 2. Now point number 3, 40% of the salary. What do you mean by the 40% of salary? Whatever answer we are getting over here, those 40% we are taken as a 40% of salary, point number 3. But it's clearly mentioned that employee are living in Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi and Chennai, these 4 mega cities. If the employee are living in the 4 mega cities, then instead of the 40% we will take 50%. Instead of 40% we will take 50%. Right? So again I am repeating, HRA, that means house rent allowances, conditions are there. Actual HRA received. Second point, actual rent paid minus 10% of salary. Then third point, 40% of salary or 50% of salary in case of Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi and Chennai. Least of them, whichever is less, it's a exempted amount. Answer of these 3 of them we will compare with, and least is an exempted amount. We will deduct from the actual SRA received. Then we will find out the taxable HRA, that is taxable house rent allowances. So let's do with the example and understand in a better way house rent allowances. Illustration number 6. Sri Khadaj of the Bangalore set annual basic salary 6 lakh rupees and dearness allowances of rupees 1,50,000 per annum, which is to be included in the salary for the purpose of the provident fund purpose. That means that is dearness allowances is for retirement benefit. If it is written provident fund, that also mean a retirement benefit. He also get house rent allowances of rupees 1,44,000. He are receiving house rent allowances 1,44,000. So actual HRA received is 1,44,000. Dearness pay 96,000 per annum. Actual house rent paid by him is 1,50,000. That actual rent paid is 1,50,000. You are required to calculate tax-free house rent allowances for the previous year 2019-20. So let's calculate this. Illustration number 6. First, house rent allowances. First, let's find out the salary point and then we will apply our 3 conditions. That is basic salary plus dearness allowances for retirement benefit. Right? Commission is not given, so we will not add this. Basic salary is rupees 6 lakh. Plus dearness allowances 1,50,000 and other DNS 96,000 would be there, but there is no clarification that is for retirement benefit, so we will not add this. So only we have add basic salary and DNS allowances, those for the retirement benefit. So 6 lakh plus 1,50,000, it will come 7,50,000. So salary means 7,50,000. Now let's apply the conditions. First, actual HRA received, which is 1,44,000. Second, actual rent paid minus 10% of salary. Actual rent paid is 1,50,000. Yes. Minus 10% of salary. So 7,50,000's 10%, 75,000. So it will come 75,000 over here. That is point number 2. Now point number 3. First clarify that if there is a Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata and Delhi. No, she is from Bangalore. So we will apply 40%, not 50%. If she is from the Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi and Chennai, then we will apply 50%. But it's clearly written that it is from Bangalore. So we will apply 40%. So 40% of salary, 7,50,000's 40%. 7,50,000's 40%. It will come 3 lakh. Whichever is less. Which point is less? Point number 2 is less. So let's tick mark now. Total taxable HRA is equals to actual HRA received 1,44,000 minus exempted amount least of this, which is 75,000. 1,44,000 minus 75,000. It will come 69,000. This is taxable HRA, and this we will add in our salary statement, right? Actual taxable HRA is 69,000. Understood? Let's do the illustration number 7. Shri Atul was drawing a 48,000 per month as a basic salary from the Sriji Limited and 50% of its dearness allowances. In addition, he is getting a house rent allowances 6,000 per month. He resigned from the company on 30th November 2019 and joined the Vipul Limited on a 1st January 2020. He get from Vipul Limited basic salary of rupees 64,000 and dearness 24,000 per annum, and the house rent allowance is 8,000 per month. The Provident Fund contribution in the Vipul Limited is calculated on the salary including DA. That means in the Vipul Limited he is getting a DA, that for Provident Fund that means retirement benefit. If Shri Atul is paying house rent or 10,000 per month, determine his tax-free house rent allowances for the assessment year 2020 and 21. So we are going to consider our previous year 2019-20, right? In 2019-20 he does that job in the 2 companies. First is Sriji Limited and second is Vipul Limited. So we have considered both of them while calculating HRA, right? Separately, we will do the HRA received from the both of that company, but separately, not combined. So first we will going to examine from the Sriji Limited and then we will apply the same kind of condition for the second Vipul Limited also, right? So let's do. So first we will write assessment year 2020 and 21, and previous year start with the 2019 and 20, that means 1/4/2019 to 31st December 2020, right? Let's start with the HRA received from Sriji Limited. First we have to find out the period of the working in the Sriji Limited. How much months he have worked in a Sriji Limited. So our year start with the 1/4/2019 to. He resigned his job on 30th November. So he will resigning job on 30th November 2019. So April to November. April, May, June, July, August, September, October and November. How much months? 8 months. So now we will calculate the HRA on the basis of 8 months only. Now first we have to find out the salary. From the Sriji Limited, salary received from the Sriji Limited and on the basis of 8 months. So 48,000 per month he is receiving basic salary. So 48,000 per month. So we are calculating for 8 months. So 48,000 into 8. 3,84,000. Plus dearness allowances, but the 50% is dearness allowances, but there is no clarification that there is for a retirement benefit. So we will not add over here. In the Vipul Limited, it is clearly written that is for a provident fund. But here in the Sriji Limited, the no clarification is given, so we will not add over here. So our total salary is 3,84,000. Now let's apply the 3 conditions. First, actual HRA received. How much HRA received from this Sriji Limited only? So we are calculating that he is getting a HRA from Sriji Limited is 6,000 per month. 6,000 per month. So 6,000 into 8 months. We will get 48,000. Second, rent paid minus 10% of salary. Actual rent paid is 10,000 per month. We are calculating for 8 months. So it will come 80,000 minus 10% of salary. 3,84,000 10%, 38,400. So it will come 41,600. 80,000 minus 38,400. 41,600. And last 3. It is a mention from where he is living. So place is not clarified in this illustration, so we will take 40% of salary. 3,84,000 40%. 1,53,600. Whichever is less, this amount is less. So exempted HRA is equals to 41,600. Right? This will calculate from the Sriji Limited. Now we are going to calculate with the Vipul Limited. In Vipul Limited, he joined the company on 1st January 2020 and our years end on 31st March 2020. So how much months? January, February and March. Only 3 months. So first we will do a salary calculation. From the Vipul company, he is getting a salary of rupees 64,000 for 3 months. 64,000 per month. So we are going to calculate for the 3 months. $1,92,000 plus dearness allowances. Here it is clearly written that dearness is for retirement benefit, for example provident fund. So 24,000 dearness allowances per month we are calculating for 3 months. So 24,000 into 3, 72,000 plus 92,000, it will come 2,64,000. Total salary is 2,64,000. Now apply again 3 conditions. First, actual HRA received. He is received a HRA from the Vipul Limited is 8,000 per month. 8,000 per month. So we are calculating for 3, 24,000. Now second, actual rent paid minus 10% of salary. Actual rent paid by remains same for the both of the company, just because he is not transferring from the one city to another city or not replacing their house. So rent remain as it is. 10,000 into 3, 30,000 minus 10% of salary, 26,400, 10%. It will come 26,400. So 30,000 minus 26,400, it will come 3,600. And point number 3, 40% of salary. 2,64,000, 40%. 1,05,600. Whichever is less, obviously this amount is less. So exempted HRA is equals to 3,600. Understood? This is how we are going to calculate our house rent allowances. And illustration 8 you have to do in your homework, and there are 4 assesses will be there, A, B, C and D. You have to find out the taxable or exempted HRA for the each assessee, right? Thank you.